Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to another storytime video. This one is titled Pregnant and Single. I'd rather be a single parent than deal with never-ending drama. Let's get into it.
So here I am, pregnant twice within the last 2 years, and let me tell y'all how I'm choosing to be a single mom. Let me tell y'all what. Quick disclaimer for any young girl that's watching this video. Please don't take any steps that I've taken in life or make any decisions that I've made in the last 2 years because it's foolish and not everybody can handle being a single parent. So just know what you can handle before getting yourself into a situation. If you see me pop up on your For You page before, if you follow me, more than likely it's from 2024 when I was pregnant with my son, Cade, who is now 10 months old. But while I was pregnant with him, I was literally having a time. I was going through so much drama with my child's, baby daddy. I don't want to say father, baby daddy, and this other baby mom, one of his other baby moms, is that one of them literally don't talk to him at all. But this other baby mom, it was just back and forth, never ending drama. And like, instead of anybody taking accountability and realizing that he literally was kind of the source of the problems, it was more so just a woman against another woman, when really, like, if he wasn't playing both sides, a lot of that stuff could have been prevented. But go look at the old videos if you want to get caught up. Needless to say, throughout my whole pregnancy with my son, it was a lot of on and off, you know. Sometimes we were going strong, we were in love, you know, he was here for me. Other times it was F you and that baby, those words verbatim, F you and that baby. Him claiming that he didn't want the baby, get an abortion, like he literally said that. And running back and forth, you know, between me, one of his other baby moms, and literally other women. I don't know why she thinks that it's just her in the picture. There are other women that I found out about in the midst of all of this. But needless to say, it was just a...
Wait, so knowing all this, you still ended up pregnant by him again? Y'all are exhausting. Y'all gotta do better.
A lot going on. But being so in love with him, being pregnant, like, with his child, like, even though I was hurting, I still just wanted my family at the end of the day. So, like a dummy, I kept going back whenever. And y'all need to, like, look at some of the videos, because the shit got weird, bro. Like, it was really weird. Like, she was sitting outside of my house, calling and texting my phone. It's no way to justify that. Like, just besides saying you dumb over a nigga. Like, it's no way to justify that. Like, it was a lot going on. She made a fake phone number and was calling and texting me, talking about tell him to come outside right now. And then a couple days later, I get a message saying you and that baby need to die. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it was crazy. When I went into labor with my son, like, we literally at the hospital, she was texting him, like, saying, you don't have to worry about my kids no more. And, like, made up this whole story that he, like, pretty much didn't pick his kids up. It was just a lot going on. My son was only not even a week old. She was pretending that she was around him. It was just too much, right? Going back and forth, you know, trying to prove, oh, he over here with me, he loved me, instead of looking at the bigger picture that this man is, like, playing both of us, you know. But luckily for me, I ended up, like, getting common sense. Like, I ain't gonna say I got it right then and there, but I got it later on, a couple months later, after my son was born, and I found out that he cheated on me with another woman. Not even a baby mom, like a whole nother woman popped up literally the week after Valentine's Day. And we had just spent Valentine's Day together. I had surprised him. Go look on my page. Like, I had surprised him with a trip to Puerto Rico, and the Jordans that just came out, a nice little Valentine's Day basket, painting at home, cooking, all this. We took our kids, my kids, his kids that he had with said baby mom out the Sky Zone, and he cheated on me a week later.
So in this clip, she's responding to a comment someone left regarding what she stated about Valentine's Day. She stated that she treated him to a trip And I think she also bought him some sneakers.
This is what I did for him for Valentine's Day. I'm going to insert the clip.
Oh, he was very lucky. She was treating him like a whole king. Got him a bunch of stuff. Oh, brother. There go the sneakers. And then that's the trip she booked. Wow. So what did you get, sis? What did he get you?
2025 has not been like the best year for him. So he had already expressed to me like prior to Valentine's Day that he was not going to be able to go all out this year as he did like 2024. He, bought me Cartier glasses, flowers, chocolates, all of that. Took me out to eat at a nice restaurant. Like, we had a good Valentine's Day 2024.
He didn't get her nothing.
2025, it wasn't that, and I was aware of that, and I was not giving to like necessarily like receive anything in return. He's taking me out of town. He took me to Miami, so I'm like, let me up the score and take him to Puerto Rico. I knew that.
You know why she didn't get anything? She don't gotta admit it. She didn't get anything because he probably didn't have any money left over. She said out of her own mouth that he was dating multiple women. He was spending his money on other girls. That's why there was nothing left over for you, sis. And you don't gotta admit it. It's okay. It's clear in this situation she viewed him as the prize. I think that's what it is. It's unfortunate when women love men more than they love themselves, but it happens, and unfortunately for her, I think that's what the situation was. It looked like she was trying to buy his love, and then when she found out the next week what he did, that he was cheating and stuff, that's why it felt like such a slap in the face. Because, if somebody's just giving to give because they love you, okay, this is what she wants to do. She loves this man, and she wants to cater to him by buying him expensive gifts and treating him to vacations. That's what she wants to do for her man. But she felt slighted, and anybody would, right? After you spent your money on somebody and then only to find out a week later that he was cheating. When she realized nothing she did for Valentine's Day mattered because it didn't stop him from cheating, that's why she felt slighted. You can't use money to stop a man from cheating. A baby won't stop a man from cheating. If the man want to cheat, he's gonna cheat. You can't buy his love.
Honestly, that is the reason why we really broke up, like officially broke up to where we done. And I think that's the longest I went without talking to him. It was bad. Here I am postpartum. I think I was 3 or 4 months postpartum with our son, finding out you cheated on me, and already it's not like the drama with the baby mom ever stopped. It was still she would throw subliminal messages on Facebook, or be texting his phone about stuff that I posted on my Facebook. I'm already dealing with baby mama drama with you, and you got a whole nother bitch that you cheating on me with while I'm going through postpartum with our son, and you playing with the world. 1 minute you love me, 1 minute you hate me. It was too much, and I was just done. So we separated. You hate me?
Ma'am, how are you pregnant now? That's where I need you to get. You pregnant by him now, or is this somebody else? The first time somebody show you who they are, believe them. Because I'm telling you, if it was her going around cheating, having other babies, or whatever he was doing, girl, you wouldn't even be a thought in his mind. But you telling me he did all this to you during your pregnancy, telling you to hell with that baby, all that stuff, and you treating him and his kids we have to make better choices. And if it's not for us, if we're not gonna do it for ourselves, do it for your children. What makes you see a man that is a cheater, has multiple children by different women? What makes you spot a man like that and say, that's it, that's the one for me?
Sun going down and everything while I'm making the video. That's crazy. But anyway, y'all, so yeah, we ended up breaking up officially in February. Yet we did have slip ups where we were still intimate. We weren't back together. I had already paid for the trip to Puerto Rico. As y'all know, I still went on that trip to Puerto Rico. He told me the reason he couldn't go is because he got in a car accident 2 days before I was to leave to go to Puerto Rico. But we later found out he was just lying and couldn't go because he was trying to protect the feelings of said women back here in Detroit by skipping a trip to Puerto Rico. The shit is crazy, but whatever. We never ended up like getting back in a relationship with one another, but yes, we had a small baby. We were still messing around with one another, but it was never in the drama. I'm not gonna lie, like it wasn't. We were always going at it, and when I tell you we were like back and forth, we were beefing hard on the internet and all types of stuff. Like it was like Death Row versus Bad Boy. Like it was bad. Like that baby mom, we used to work for the same like company, and I told y'all all about this before, but anyway, that bitch inserted herself and went and contacted the director of nursing, got me fired from one of my old jobs. Like it was bad. Like she always had malicious like intentions and was trying to ruin my life in every way possible simply because I had a baby with this man. Anyway, so let's fast forward a little bit. Well, it's important to say that once my 6 weeks hit, I was on birth control. I indeed was on birth control. I've never been the type of chick that want to just pop out a bunch of babies. That ain't never been me. Hence the reason why I have a 12-year-old daughter, and for 12 years, she was my only child. I ain't never been the type that just want to pop out babies. I ended up pregnant with my son. He's a blessing. I don't regret him at all. I got on birth control after I had my son. I didn't plan on having no more kids. I'm not that. Like, no disrespect to the people who have a lot of children. I just never saw that for myself. I don't want to have a bunch of kids running around. And I don't want to have more children that I can take care of independently. Like, because look at my situation now. The type of birth control that I was on is a patch, and you put it on your skin and you change it once a week. What happened was when I broke up with that man, after that, you know, I did meet one person, but we didn't end up like getting into a relationship or anything, or becoming like hookup buddies or nothing like that. Like, so I really wasn't sleeping with anybody like consistently, like sexually active. I had no need to be putting on this birth control patch. What happened was I didn't put the patch on, and it was just one of them nights that I slipped up. My baby daddy said, or I don't want to call him my baby daddy, but that man said, you know, come over, and I hopped in my little car, drove over there, and whoop-de-doo, I got pregnant. So let's fast forward a few weeks. And if you know me, then you know that I am very in tune with my body. Like, I pay attention to everything that's going on with my body. I noticed my period didn't come, and I just knew I was pregnant. And it's crazy. I made a video when I like had a feeling I was pregnant. Y'all go look at that one. Because I had been through so much, like, it was not like, oh, yes, I'm pregnant, yay, we about to have another baby. It was, why? I'm going through so much in life right now, already, emotionally, financially, and I'm pregnant again, you know, with a man who literally is taking me through hell already with our one son and got never-ending baby mama drama.
And that's what I don't get. I don't understand this, because he hasn't changed, right? You keep going back and going back. Nothing has changed. He calls and you just jump up to go over there. No protection. Whether you're on birth control or not, you know he's not faithful. You didn't think about using a condom or anything? Like, none of that crossed your mind? Like, at some point, y'all, we have to make better choices. She seemed to be a smart young lady. I just don't understand at what point do we make better choices in our personal lives. Because at the end of the day, you're the mother. Like, he can pick up and go. He's not supposed to, but as we know what happens, they pack up and leave whenever. we can't do it. As moms, we can't. It's frowned upon. Why continuously put yourself in a position like this where now you're heartbroken because you'll never have the father or the man that you imagine in this person. You'll never find that in him because he's not the right person for you. And now here you are with another kid. Regardless of if she's choosing to be a single mom, at the end of the day, children need both parents. I understand moms, they do it all, and so do single dads. I just don't think it's fair that this child will be robbed of that because you didn't make better choices.
So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Yes, I consider getting an abortion. Actually, yeah, I'm in here. You know, one of the little pamphlets that they give you at the abortion. I consider getting an abortion. And of course, you know, he wanted to pretend like we weren't still messing around. First, he lied and said that the baby wasn't his. Then he was like, oh, you know, I'll help you pay for the abortion. I'm like, okay, give me the money. You gotta wait. I'm waiting on somebody to pull up with some money. I'm waiting on this. I'm waiting on that. Long story short, y'all, I was away. It's not like I was at home. I was on a travel assignment during this time. Like, it's not like I was just at home. But no, I never ended up getting an abortion. I started getting a baby bump. I started feeling my baby grow. And I'm like, I'm not getting rid of my baby at this point. So now here we are in this situation. I'm pregnant again. We're going to have 2 under 2. I'm going through this pregnancy alone. When I did come home, like, because I was on that travel assignment, I would see him, you know. When I got the first ultrasound, I showed it to him. He was like, oh, that's another little boy, blah, blah, blah. I wanted another little boy, too. But guess how God worked? We end up finding out that it was a girl. And, of course, the baby mom was pissed about that. Like, because that's another thing. She just felt like she could hold over somebody's head. Like, she was on a pedestal because she gave him his own little girl. And look, God then gave me a little girl to give him. So, here we go. More
to give him, but he doesn't want it. And then, you know, she's talking about this baby mom. The baby mom she's referring to is the second baby mom. Because the first one has nothing to do with him. The first one learned her lesson. She has nothing to do with him. It's the second one that is giving her a run for her money. I pray for her safety because this woman, whoever the second baby mom is, mean her no good. For you to be calling the nursing board to try to get her fired or losing her license, whatever it is, girl, you need to be careful. Them wishing death on you and your other baby, and then here you are popping up pregnant again. Man, y'all better stop playing with these people.
or stupid BS for her to be trolling me about. Let's fast forward. Do y'all know, I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, I started, once I came back home, yes, I started being around my kid's parent again, like, we still sleeping with each other, while I'm pregnant. Like, I'm going over his house, like, he coming over my house, like, yes, we have a child together, a young baby. I'm still messing around with him. I'm pregnant with another baby. Like, yes, we were still messing around. But this man still living his double life, messing around with that woman too. And unfortunately, the truth came out. I had made it clear as day, very early on, I did not want my son around that woman. You said that my son needs to die. There's no reason for you to ever be around him. There was an instance where my son came home months ago from being with his father. Sorry, the video cut off, but there was an instance months ago. My son came home. He had a bunch of scratches all over his legs. I'm like, where these scratches come from? But couldn't make it make sense. But do y'all know that in this bitch's latest rant, not only did she make a fake page and he sent it to me, like, she can't deny it, he sent it to me, like, writing him saying, oh, calling my son an ugly ass baby, saying, I think she said he ashamed of the baby we about to have, and all of this. Then literally told on herself by getting on the internet, making posts calling my kids unwanted ass seats, like immediately after. Calling my kids unwanted ass seeds, all of that. Do y'all know she posted a picture of my son in the bed with her? How weird is that? From months ago. So I don't even play like that. It all started making sense to me. My son was around a woman I asked you to not take him around. You swore up and down to me that he was not around that woman. I have a justifiable reason to why I don't want my child around said woman. Yet you did it anyway. This woman snuck and took a photo of my child months ago. And I want to insert the photo just so y'all can see how ridiculous it is. It's not like it was a cute picture of my son doing something cute or him with his siblings or nothing. It's just a picture that she snuck and took of my son laying in a bed months ago to save in her camera roll to post months later, being petty, being malicious, trying to show, yeah, I was around your son. Bitch, you're weird. And it further confirms them scratches and stuff on my son's legs. She did it. You know? Y'all, the sun going down and everything.
It's hard for me to have any type of sympathy or even be empathetic to this situation because you were given signs, blaring red warning signs, and you chose to ignore them. Now here you are bringing your child or allowing your child to, because let's be clear, the man is a liar. I wouldn't believe anything this man says. Anything. He is a cheater. He's a liar. I wouldn't trust him at all around my child. And I get it. You know, that's his son. He has to have a relationship with him. But if you're speculating the other baby mom is malicious and he sent you stuff that she's posted about your child, I'm looking at the baby dad funny now because it's like, you know how we feel about each other. You know how she feels about my child. Why are you bringing my child around a woman that you know has ill will towards him? You know doesn't like him. She's not asking all the right questions too, because I would need an answer from both of them as to why the 10-month-old has scratches all over his legs. Clearly this man is living some type of double life. She's aware of it. I don't care what she say. She was aware of it, and so was the other baby mom. She keeps saying like she's done messing with him. I don't believe any of that. More than likely when she has this new baby, he's going to find some way to get back in there, try to get back in her good graces, and it's going to be more problems. And to go back to the title of the video, I'm choosing to be a single mom. It's like, sis, did you really choose? Because to me, it doesn't look like you had a choice. Even if he was happy about this pregnancy and wasn't telling her from the beginning to get rid of the baby, I feel like she would still tolerate the cheating. I like that she's telling her story. Hopefully she's learning from the mistakes she's warning younger women not to make. Hopefully she's learned from them.